that I've been sharing with a lot of my clients. I have a lot of clients in three different categories. We do business consulting, we provide educational resources, and then we also do some tech support. So it's basically business, education, and technology. And after being in business since 1994, so at the time of this video, it's 27 years. What we're looking at is the experiences that we can share, that we can give to others. And the topic of discussion I want to share with you today is called the Models of Excellence. What is that? Well, the Models of Excellence is a guideline to follow in terms of operating a self started entrepreneur type of business. And it may not be a business, but it might be something that you're motivated to self start. But it's to turn you into a proper leader. Uh, there are many books, many videos on this topic, but what I'm going to do is share with you what I share with people. And it's called the Models of Excellence. And I'm a person who likes acronyms. It helps me remember things. So what I've done is I've taken the word models, MODELS. So MODELS, that's models, and it's called Models of Excellence. And each letter in the word models, MODELS, has a different meaning. And I think as we go through the Models of Excellence, perhaps you might agree that this would be a good set of guidelines to follow. The first one, number one, is the letter M. M, you need to be motivated. Well, if you're going to be self-started, obviously you are motivated. Any type of entrepreneur that's been around as long as I have, almost 30 years, yes, you have to be motivated. Um, the next one, the letter O, you have to be organized. Well, part of organized is it's related to remembering everything and also having a schedule and writing down a to do list. These are simple examples, but being organized means you're using certain tools in your life to help you be organized. It might be Siri on your iPhone to remind you of certain appointments and dates or preparation plans. It might be the Amazon Echo device. It might be the Google Assistant. It might be a piece of paper stuck to your refrigerator door, whatever it may be, but be organized so that you don't fall into the trap of saying, oh, I forgot. Or, oh, I didn't know. I remember we talked about it, but I didn't know. Organized also means follow through. Keep up on everything that you need to do. So that's organized. So far we talked about the M, which is motivated, be motivated, and the O, which is organized. The D is disciplined. You have to be disciplined. You know, this reminds me of what my father said when I think I was, I don't know, 12 years old or younger. And he was telling me the difference between a boy and a man. And a boy does what he wants to do, a man does what he has to do. So he was trying to teach me about discipline. And I didn't understand it at the time he told me that, but it made a lot of sense at the time. But as I got older, I understood what he was trying to tell me. So to be disciplined means to stay focused and on task and on topic and on the project. And you are not distracted. So to be disciplined is not to be distracted, and to stay focused and to stay on topic. It's all about doing the right thing at the right time. That's discipline. So far for the Models of Excellence, we covered MOD. M is motivated, O is organized, D is disciplined. The next one is the letter E for the Models of Excellence. E, what does that stand for? Well, E stands for ethics. The idea is you know the difference between right and wrong. Now, as an entrepreneur for many years, to stay surviving, you need to be able to know the difference between right and wrong and always do the right thing. Not only in terms of like taxes or business practices, but also how you treat people. Because in a business, you have internal customers and you have external customers. If you're unethical with them, there's no possible way you'll survive. You've got to know the difference between right and wrong because doing things the right way always prevails. Doing things the wrong way, you might survive a little bit, but not forever. And eventually the truth will be told and you'll be revealed and exposed if you're unethical. So that's what the E stands for. It's all relating about ethics, and it's knowing the difference between right and wrong. Um, Now, the next one, let's review what we've done. We've done MODE, motivation, organization. D is discipline. E is ethics. And so far, we're talking about the models of excellence, and we're using the word models as an acronym, MODELS. And we've learned so far that M is motivated, O is organized, D is disciplined, and E is ethics. What's the next one? L. L is lifelong learning. You know, as I get older, I find out that I'm not done with my learning. I may have completed my master's degree in 1988. I may have done studies at Harvard University, but my learning is not done. And why is that? Look at the world around you. Uh, the world is changing quickly. The way we live, the way we run business, the way we operate, we even within our families or in our communities, things are changing. Look at how the pandemic, the global COVID-19 pandemic, has changed this world. That has changed. Um, in terms of new industries and new businesses, look at what Elon Musk, Richard Branson, and Jeff Bezos, those three billionaires who are in the billionaire space race, if you might call it that. I'm not sure that's the right term for it, but they're creating a new space tourism and also space transport industry. They're doing some amazing things, but whether you agree with it or not agree with it, the fact of the matter is they've developed a whole new commercial enterprise that's making some money. That's the whole purpose of a business. That's one example. The way we learn. I mean, when I was going to school, when I was studying for my master's degree, there was no option of online learning. I had to, I was working full time and I was going to school full time as a graduate student. So I finished my work at the data center and got in my car, went to a train station, took 4 stops, got off at the Harvard University location, the Harvard stop, and I went to Cambridge College. Back then, it was just across the street from Harvard University. So the college was Cambridge College, but a lot of the classes were at the Gutman Library. So I had to physically hustle and move and get myself pick up material at Cambridge College, then walk across the street to the Gutman Library and take classes on the Harvard University campus. But today we have the convenience of learning online. Uh, Another thing is look at what we're doing today. You're learning from me today on a relatively new platform called HAPS TV. Uh, we have to keep up with the changing world. It's not just technology. It's about how we deal culturally in our communities. It also has to do with the way we handle families, the way families were raised 20 years ago or 50 years ago is not the same way families are raised today. Also, we live in a global community. People all over the world are moving to other countries to live. And there's just, I could go on, but it is absolutely necessary to continue learning, lifelong learning. And the last one, the letter S for models of excellence, MODELS, is strength. It's the strength not to give up. There's so much happening in this world that kind of forces us to say, I give up. You can't give up. You can't give up. And so that's the models of excellence. But there's more to it because each letter, M, which is motivation, O, organized, D, discipline, E, ethics, L, lifelong learning, and S, strength, to not give up. Well, then these are combined. For example, being motivated requires you to be disciplined, and to be disciplined requires you to be motivated. So the M and the D, that goes together. The organize can go with lifelong learning. You have to plan in advance what you need to be learning and how you develop yourself. There's a lot that needs to be done. So that's my discussion. It's just a brief introduction. So when you hear me talk about the models of excellence, it comes from the acronym MODELS. We actually published a book called Models of Excellence several years ago, a number of years ago. So now you know models of excellence is M is motivation, O is organization, D is discipline, E is ethics, which is knowing the difference between right and wrong. L is lifelong learning, and S is the strength not to give up. And the other one, if you wanted to add another one, is the combination, such as the one I always give as an example is the M and the D, is motivation and discipline. To be motivated, you need to be disciplined. To be disciplined, you need to be motivated. So there you have it. That's the models of excellence. I hope that helps you. My name is David from the Boston Institute for Business Leaders and Entrepreneurs. I thank you for joining me.